What if I told you that the difference between a broken relationship and a thriving one isn't luck? It's fixing these 9 mistakes. Mistakes most men make without even realizing it. Let's break them down one by one and rebuild love the right way. Stay with me to last a video and I'll show you how I fix them. 1. Avoiding hard conversations. Issue. I used to think that ignoring problems would keep our relationship peaceful. In reality, it was only creating distance. Every time she wanted to discuss something serious, I either brushed it off or shut down. How I fixed it. I started leaning into uncomfortable conversations instead of running from them. Instead of assuming we'd argue, I told her, I want to hear you out, even if it's hard. It wasn't easy at first, but slowly, our communication became more open and honest. 2. Holding her back instead of letting her grow. Issue. I was afraid that if she spent too much time on her own passions or with her friends, she'd stop needing me. I saw her independence as a threat. How I fixed it. I realized that love isn't about control. It's about support. So when she planned a solo trip, instead of feeling insecure, I encouraged her. Seeing her come back happier made me understand that personal growth strengthens a relationship, not weakens it. Assuming instead of asking. Issue, I thought I knew what made her happy, but in reality I was just guessing. I planned fancy dinners, bought flowers, and did grand gestures, but I never asked if those things actually meant something to her. How I fixed it. One day I simply asked, what actually makes you happy? Her answer was surprising. She preferred simple pizza nights over fancy restaurants. That moment taught me that true love is about understanding, not assumptions. 4. Not truly listening. Issue. I thought I was good at listening, but in reality I was just waiting for my turn to talk. I interrupted her mid-sentence, dismissed her feelings, and assumed I knew what she was going to say. How I fixed it. I started being present in our conversations. I forced myself to pause before responding and made sure she felt heard. Over time, she opened up more because she knew I was truly listening, not just hearing. 5. Treating consent as a one-time thing. Issue. I assumed that if she was okay with something once, she'd always be okay with it. I never checked in, never asked, is this still okay? How I fixed it. I started treating consent as an ongoing conversation. Instead of assuming, I asked. It strengthened our trust, and she told me she felt more respected and safe. That one small change made a big difference. 6. Comparing her to others. Issue. I had a bad habit of making subtle comparisons. I'd mention how my mom cooked a certain dish better, or how my ex used to do things differently. I didn't realize how much this was hurting her confidence. How I fixed it. I stopped the comparisons and started appreciating her for who she was. Instead of pointing out differences, I focused on her unique qualities and strengths. The more I appreciated her, the stronger our connection became. 7. Disrespecting boundaries. Issue. I used to think that pushing for answers or affection meant I was showing love. If she needed space, I took it personally. How I fixed it. I learned that respecting her no didn't mean she loved me less. It meant she trusted me enough to set boundaries. I stopped taking things personally and gave her the space she needed. Instead of forcing closeness, I let it happen naturally. 8. Trying to fix, instead of simply being there. Issue. Whenever she was upset, I immediately tried to fix her problems. I thought I was helping, but what she really needed was for me to just be there. How I fixed it. I stopped offering solutions unless she asked. Instead, I just listened, held her, and let her process her emotions. I learned that sometimes love isn't about fixing, it's about being present. 9. Fearing her independence. Issue. A part of me felt insecure whenever she focused on her career or personal goals. I worried that if she became too independent, she wouldn't need me anymore. How I fixed it. I realized that love isn't about dependency, it's about partnership. Instead of holding her back, I started cheering her on. I left notes before her big meetings, reminded her of her strengths, and let her shine. And guess what? The more she thrived, the stronger we became as a couple.